What is up, guys? It is Wolf Bites, and today I'm going to be talking about the Battlefield Hardline beta that I got into last night. I applied for the beta on the Battlefield website for the PS4. I applied for it around, I guess, like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I got it. I got a code around like 7 or 8 o'clock, so not too long. 6 GB download, and I was playing within like an hour or so. So it was pretty cool that I got to get in that fast. But I'm gonna give my quick impressions of what I thought of Hardline, some of the modes, some of the maps, or the map, and then some of the overall feeling I had playing this game. So I wrote a couple of notes down. I'm gonna go through them on my notepad here, so I don't get too off topic. So of course the beta doesn't represent the final build of the game. It's still, it comes out in October. It's fucking June right now, so I still have time to improve it. That's why they're having the beta so early, I'm guessing, so we can put our input in, because Battlefield 4 was kind of a disaster when it came out last year. It was very buggy, very, very glitchy, and a lot of guys are still kind of pissed off and salty about how some of the stuff still isn't fixed. Now, I haven't really had any issues with Battlefield 4. I had some at launch on the PS4, I had some, just with glitching out and then the servers being messed up and stuff like that, but nothing too bad. I didn't get pissed off too much, but that's besides the fact. So visually, it does look pretty good. I mean, it looks like Battlefield 4, just same graphics, all that stuff. It looks pretty. I noticed frame drops though whenever it was getting really hot and heavy. Same thing with BF4, with explosions and firefights and stuff like that. And especially when you're in vehicles, it's gonna look, you're gonna get frame drops and motion blur when you're in vehicles. But there are a lot of vehicles, so you have. Let me go down the list here. So the vehicles include armored vehicles. You have, your mobile command post for your cops. It's like pretty much a big armored vehicle. You can get I think 6 dudes in there and roll around to your objectives. You have SUVs, squad cars for cops. You have muscle cars for the criminals. Police interceptors, like really fast cop cars, motorcycles, armored vehicles, and stuff like that. It's really cool how they varied it up. There aren't like any tanks. Oh, there's choppers too. I'm sorry, helicopters. There are choppers, but it's nice and varied. It's not like there's no tanks and stuff. They had to put their own spin on it, and they added armored vehicles, which made sense. They're not gonna be fucking running around in a tank chasing criminals in LA. So now the vehicle controls, they felt pretty tight. I drove around a lot. I tried to get as much vehicle time in as I could, especially in the motorcycle and in the muscle cars. It felt really good driving around. I can't remember on the Battlefield 4 whether or not you use the stick to drive or whatever, but on this one you use triggers, to accelerate and decelerate, the brake and all that stuff. So there are 4 classes, just like all the other Battlefield 4 games. You have the Mechanic, which is your engineer class. You have your Enforcer, which is your support class. Operator, which is your assault class, your medic class. And Professional, which is your recon, sniper class. And they each have different gadgets in this one, which some of them are pretty cool. Of course, for the medic, you're always going to have your medic bag, and then you have a revive, which is like a needle pin that you can stick with your buddy, and he'll get up and get revived. Enforcer, we have a breaching charge. It's pretty much C4. You can put it on vehicles. You can lay traps for your enemies and stuff. They also get a ballistic shield, which you can walk around on block bullets. What else we have here? The Mechanic gets the repair tool, as always. The RPG, which is very helpful in this game, as all Battlefield games. The Professional gets a trip mine, a decoy, and a camera. And some of the new gadgets include zip lines, which you can, if you have the high ground, you want to get down, you can shoot a zip line down and just, grapple on down and zip line down there. I'm sorry if it's kind of confusing the way I'm talking and throwing my hands out there, but that's how I do it. And then you have a grappling hook, which you can get up on buildings with. So taser, which is new. Definitely, you can tase your enemy, and then once he's down, you can do whatever you want to him. You can stab him, shoot him, whatever. So pretty cool. I don't know if on the cop side I didn't see any dudes arresting him or whatever, but I thought that was pretty cool. You have gas grenades in this one, so you can toss gas out. I'm not sure if it's tear gas or what kind of gas it is, but one of the gadgets include a gas mask to put on to avoid being caught up in all the gas and all that stuff. The new melee weapons, the melee weapons they had in the beta were a baseball bat, which it's pretty cool to have in there, to have new melee weapons and stuff. You have the baseball bat, knife, and police baton for the cops. So, and pretty much with all these gadgets and weapons, how it works is in the game modes you gain money by getting kills, holding points, and you can use this money to upgrade your loadout. So you can buy different gadgets or buy different melee weapons or different weapons, stuff like that. So the map that we played on the beta was High Tension. It was a map set in downtown LA. It was 16v16. I mean, it was a pretty, I guess it was like a medium-sized map, you could say. It wasn't like a huge conquest map, but the modes you played weren't like super big modes. Like, they only had 2 modes, which was Heist. It's a mode where criminals try to steal loot from turned over armored vehicles and get away as quickly as possible, and the cops try to stop them. Blood Money, which was one of my favorite modes. I like this mode a lot better than Heist for some reason. I think this game reminded me a lot of Payday, man. Like, a lot of Payday 2. It's like Battlefield Payday, I guess you could say. Blood Money, criminals steal cash and take it back to your vault, which is an armored car on the map. Cops secure evidence and take it back to their vault. So with this mode, there are 3 points on the map. You have the point where you can go and steal the cash or the evidence if you're a cop. And then you have the point where you take that cash to your vault and store it. And then you have the enemy vault, which is where you can go and steal their cash and to take to your vault to get the money quicker. So pretty much how it goes is, I believe it was 5 million. Whoever got the $5 million the quickest were the winners. Pretty cool. I like this mode a lot. It was very tense. There are a lot of good close quarters moments in this map. So you go in, you get the cash, you load it up in this duffel bag. You can load up as much as, I think, 300K was the max. You take it in the duffel bag, and the duffel bag's like, the money's like flowing out of the duffel bag as you're moving around. So you take it, you run to your point, you try to stow it in as quick as possible, and then get back in there and get more cash and get it back and forth. So it's pretty cool that they did that. I noticed in this game that getting promoted was a bit faster than previous Battlefield 4 games. Maybe just for me. I don't know if you guys had the same experience. I noticed in Battlefield 4, man, it would take me fucking forever to level up. But I got to level 5 pretty quick, just by getting kills, stealing loot, and dropping my money off at the vault points and stuff like that. So the loading screens, like between games, they had like live news broadcasts. That's how you I know in the previous games it was just like you'd have Operation whatever, and then just showing the different modes and stuff. But in this one, you have the loading screens that have like a live breaking news broadcast, reminding civilians to get off the street, and that some areas are blocked off. So I thought that was cool. It would make sense why people aren't walking around the streets of LA while there's a huge firefight going on. I mean, you can see like a freeway in the distance where like there are like cars going by, but you don't like see people and shit around Los Angeles walking around in your middle of the firefight. So you also receive ribbons and awards like you would in previous Battlefield games, so you'll still have that. That'll still be there. Overall, though, I mean, I had fun playing this game, but it did feel just like kind of like some downloadable content for Battlefield 4. Like they could have like added it on to BF4 instead of making a completely new game. It just feels like just repackaged with different names, different maps, and different gadgets and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know how the final game is gonna be. I'm pretty sure the campaign mode is gonna be like a Dude Bro, Miami, not Miami, but downtown Los Angeles, kind of like a Bad Boys or Heat, kind of a 4 to 5 hour campaign. So kind of, I mean, it's not gonna be any different from any Battlefield 4 games. It reminded me a lot of Payday when I was playing this game. Just going to the different points and gathering money and gathering loot and taking it back to your vault as quickly as possible. It felt like Payday. It felt like Battlefield Payday, and I think I said that before. Overall, though, I had fun. Like I said, it's gonna be a fun game, I'm sure. Hopefully, they can get all their shit right before October, so it's not gonna be like server issues and glitches and bugs by the time it does come out. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm still playing Battlefield 4, and I'll still be playing that until it comes out, but I guess I'll see what it'll be like in the coming months, because it's still kind of early. We just heard about it, I guess, a few weeks ago, that there was a leak, and we just saw some gameplay, and I got into a beta already. So I mean, it's looking good so far. But yeah, guys, that's my first impressions of Battlefield Hardline. Sorry if it was kind of dragging on or a long video. I try to get it out as quickly as possible. I try to take as many notes as possible. That's my video, guys. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel, and as always, thank you for watching. I said that already. Bye.